got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Saints are top 10 in pass yards. They're going up against the Cardinals, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. Gets around him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Flainer. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Johnson, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find the crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On second down, Johnson. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. To throw on third down. Webb. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. Finding some room at midfield. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable, but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
You know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Following the fumble recovery, Webb completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. 10 yards still left on second down. Webb now from the gun. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First down carry here for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised here that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch him rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
On second down, Webb. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Boom, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Here we go. Leopard.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Webb. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And some room to run now. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
Webb going to keep the offense out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Landry. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go. Green.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Webb. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separated. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watching that Barney. Watching that Barney. Back to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Webb. Flushed out right. And he's got some space. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Webb to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw on 3rd down, Webb. He finds his man Johnson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Defense showing blitz. Now a 1st down throw. Webb. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play fake, now Webb. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
In motion is Grant. To throw on second down. Webb, screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On third down, Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And some space here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So out now come the Cardinals. And you know, their previous possession were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun. Webb. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb underneath for Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks right near the 27th. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
Back now here live in New Orleans. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And some room to work. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 48 yards on the ground. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, Webb. And a little floater there is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
No, check. Patriot.
Off play action, it's Webb. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, it hits Austin. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go. 1, 9, 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lutz puts this one through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
Jarvis Landry, the 40, the 20, 10, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ohio, here we go. Grand 38. Ohio.
They'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Ohio, here we go.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Flex round. Here we go. Grand 38. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cardinals...